Hello, you're welcome to my channel. Good to see you again. My name is Chinwe, but my friends call me Nurse Wendy. So if this is your first time, you're welcome. If this is not your first time, thank you for watching. So today I'm going to be sharing my experience of what happened after I passed NCLEX. Experience about licensing, endorsement, compact or non-compact states. If you're interested to hear all of this, do not go anywhere, okay? So before I talk about my licensing and endorsement, I'll quickly want to talk about compacts and non-compact states. So compact states are those states that belong to the NLC body, that's nursing licensure compact. They have share a common criteria. In that way, they allow nurses in one compact state to be able to practice in another compact state without going through the process of licensing. So some states do not belong to NLC. They require you to get their own state license before you can practice in their states. An example is Texas. Texas is a compact state. So if someone is moving from Texas to probably Minnesota is not a non-compact, is a non-compact state, or to California is also a non-compact state. They will be required to get that new state, that's a new Minnesota license, before they can practice in Minnesota. Okay, so another example is if someone is moving from Texas to Wisconsin, both states are compact states. The nurse do not require an immediate license. But if the nurse is going to be based or live permanently in Wisconsin, she'll be advised to get Wisconsin license in future. So I'm gonna start with what happens with licensing. So once you pass your NCLEX, your name automatically comes on the board of nursing where you registered. So if where you registered is where you want to practice, that makes it way easy. You can start practicing right away. But if where you registered it's not where you want to practice, you might need an endorsement. Okay, so I'm going to use myself for an example. I registered with Texas Board of Nursing, which is a compact state, and I'm living in Minnesota. So for me to practice here in Minnesota, I will need to apply for licensing and endorsement. Open up the boards that you want to endorse in, just like mine was Minnesota. So I went to Minnesota Board of Nursing on Google and I opened that. So when I opened, I saw where the rules apply by endorsement. So that was what I wanted to do. So I clicked on endorsement. Then it will open up a page for you to create a page for yourself. So in that way, you create a username. If you're a new person, you create and fill all the information. So there are two ways to go about this. You can decide to apply online, which is way easier, and then you pay. Or you might decide to download all the forms, print them, and then you fill. So that is the first thing. Sorry, I'm going to be looking down because I wrote some things down. So after you have gone to the Minnesota Board of Nursing website, clicked on apply by endorsement, apply online, set up your account, or you're using the downloadable forms. Then what next you do is that you complete the following forms. If it's the one online, you do it. If it's the one on the paper, you do it. But it was easy for me to apply online and pay. So I filled out my own forms online, submitted it, and then used my debit card to pay. I think I paid $115.50. Yeah, that's what I paid for that. The next thing for you to do is what we call verification of licensure forms. Yes, they also want to verify that they just like to use a body to verify your licenses. So there's something they call nurses, www.nurses.com. Yes, so most states prefer to use nurses to do their verification, while some states that do not belong to that nurses, you can always just print the form from their website, fill and submit. Yeah, so but I use nurses because I checked the state I was coming from, Texas, was on the nurses, and then the state I was going to, Minnesota, was also using nurses, so it was easy for me. So I clicked on nurses, filled up the form, put in your numbers, everything that they need, and then you have to pay like $30. So nurses will just do that one. Nurses will go to Texas, take your license from there, go and inform Minnesota, stuff like that, and just help you verify between both states that you're moving to. The next thing you have to do is confirmation of nursing employment form. Yes, so you have to send a confirmation of employment form from the last place you worked, in case you have been working as a nurse and then you're moving to another state. That's when they require this. But for new grad, there's a new grad, for new people that we just passed and we've never worked as a nurse, yes, so you don't need to get this employment form. But even if you used to work as a nurse and then stopped working as a nurse, you still have to get a form, print the form, give to your last employer when you worked as a nurse. In that way, they will help you fill it and sign it. So you have to submit this as well. So I think this just helps to know if someone needs like a continuing education and all of that. So after that, once you submitted all your forms, then the criminal background, they will send you a packet. Do you understand? The CBC, they'll send you a packet. It's either they send it mostly, I think they send it through an email. That's how they sent me. So they'll send you a packet that has forms and they tell you to go and do your thumbprinting. So in that way, you have to take all those forms, read the instructions very well, because you can just, one small error, they'll just say, oh, there was an error, we're unable to do this. So you have to be very careful with it. Then you take it to any criminal backgrounds, whatever, around your state, and they will help you. I think they collect about $10 or so. They will help you put the thumbprints. They will guide you on how to do the form appropriately and then give it back to you, and then you send it to your board or to the criminal people that will do all the criminal check. Then also, if you need to do some continuing education, the board is also going to get back to you. Then also, when you're filling your forms, both the hard copy or the one you're filling online, they will ask you if you want a temporary permit. If you want a temporary permit, I think they will let you pay for that. I don't know if that one is $33. Again, you pay for that. That one is usually for 2 months. So they will check your license and everything. If it's okay, like good enough to get a temporary license before the permanent one comes out, they'll issue you a small paper. They usually send that one by mail to your box, whatever, so you can just physically pick up that one. It's a small card. They'll send it to you. They will write like a small card like this. So they will write that your license is being issued, or this is a temporary license with so license number, and that this is only valid for 2 months. So before that 2 months, they expect your original license to be back to you. So that's all. So meanwhile, they'll be sending you an email to update you on how things are going, because that criminal background takes about 6 weeks. It takes a while. So they'll be updating you on how it's going. And also, you can always freely log into that same username you created, in case you want to know the status of your license and everything you want to know about your license, and you can just easily go to that. And you can always go to NCBS, and I'm gonna put it up here. You can always go to their website to watch for yourself and understand better. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye. I just wanna see.
it all. I just wanna see. I just wanna see.